5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Right. Right.
I nearly overslept.
Wakey,
Yeah, I had to have a wakey call because even Rocky was snoring his head off. Talking of Rocky, because it's a little bit chillier at night, he wants his blanket again.
Oh.
If he's not on the bed, he likes to go because he's got a rug on the bed. Unbelievable. But and when I got up this morning, he'd literally moved it from the hallway into the bedroom, literally at the bottom of where I put my feet.
Yes, he always has done. He always will. Hello, Pulsar.
Yeah, so Rocky was... So he physically moved his whole his blanket and his pillow.
Yeah.
Anyway, I hope everyone's well. Yes, thank you for your messages from last week. The people that sent it, it was a bit of a shock to one system.
Yeah, all of us. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but there's not been any movement on it because I think there's more.
Afternoon, Terry, or good evening, Terry.
Good evening, Terry. Yes. So, that's that. So, what's been happening this week? Apart from 103 things I've been doing, we've had 11,698 views. I wonder if that's anything to do with Tommy.
I don't know.
No, and 15 new subscribers, which is nice. So what have you been watching? Now, there's the big shock. At number 3, the review of the End Continues Spinal Tap. 62 people. I had one person said it was a load of rubbish. Yeah. So number 2, and I'm chuffed about this, with 85 views, Bauhaus live album ranking.
Yeah, yep. The big up the local boys.
Yeah, absolutely wonderful. But number 1, and I'm not surprised, T-Rex tier ranking that Richard, Mike, and myself did, 183.
Out of interest, have you had any complaints about that?
No, not at all.
Right, okay.
I think we got it right. Top Short, Tommy side 1, 1,053. Can you hear Rocky?
Yep. Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Yes, he's really crunching through that. Yeah, so in the last 28 days, we've had 37,847 views. That's a lot. 60 brand new subscribers as well, which is pretty awesome. So what have you been watching? At number 3, T-Rex tier ranking on 183. The new Halloween album, Giants and Monsters, 288. But the top one in the last month has been Fairport Convention Part 2. All the good stuff, 215. Top Short is Absolution LP2 for Muse, 1,291. That's the one that's got the best songs, I think.
You mean side 2?
Yeah, I don't know. I thought side 1, but side 2. Anyway, here's the big...
No. The reason I'm asking is LP2 makes it sound like a double album.
Well, it isn't a double album, but the LP version is.
I know.
Yes.
It's confusing, isn't it?
Yes, it is confusing. So,
anyway,
Yes. So how's this? 936,499 views.
That's a lifetime. That's good.
Yes, and 3,105 subscribers. That keeps going up.
Welcome, one and all, and thank you for joining us.
And thank you for your continued support. So, top 5. Old Riggsy in his Iron Maiden artwork. 4612. Mike Oldfield pulled away a little bit more. 4783. Jethro Tull 4980.
There's still much of a muchness between those two.
Yes. Slade 5750. And status quo now stands at 11,853.
Yeah, that's heading for the 12,000 mark.
It is. That'll keep going. I don't think that'll ever stop. Top short still, Paul Diano 4572. So although I wasn't doing much live last week, I've been listening to a few albums. I've listened to all the Rage ones up till the new one, which out tomorrow. Started listening to Stevie Wonder, a new one in the mix, 2 of the 23. So at the moment, I'm listening to Little Stevie Wonder. The 2 albums I've listened to, they're great albums. Santana's now in the mix, and I've done 5 of the 26.
And that's Santana, the band, rather than Carlos himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is quite apt at the moment, isn't it? Pentangle. Which so I listened to 4 of the 13. Kraftwerk in the mix now, 3 of the 10. 3 Doors Down, 1 of 6. And Talking Heads, 2 of 8. We have completed Ian Carr, Red Hot Chili Peppers, and Saga.
Yeah, Pulsar, I hear chewing.
Well, he's finished it.
I know. We heard the footsteps. He's headed towards the front door.
He is headed towards the front door. He has to do it. It's amazing. He'll have something and then he needs to go outside. So I think it's a good thing because he'll start barking in a minute. So it's going to be time for hatches, matches, and dispatches.
Okay. Well, while I go through that, and we've got 3 sets of results to go through as well.
Oh, good, yeah.
Yeah. So while I do that, you go and look after his lordship. Oh,
hang on, I've done that wrong. So that one.
There you go. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Right. Like I said, because we didn't do a live stream last week, we've got sort of a little bit of housework to do. So the dispatches, those who have passed since our last broadcast. Is it right to say broadcast on this? Anyway, back on the 11th, the death was announced by Jack White of the White Stripes. He announced on social media the death of Viv Prince, English rock drummer who'd been in Pretty Things and in the Jeff Beck group. Also on the 11th, Nick Ryan. He was an Irish music producer, recording engineer, and he was a manager. Now, he's best known, along with his wife, who's a poet and lyricist, Roma Ryan. He was the long-time business and recording partner for Enya. So it'll be a sad loss to Enya. The 13th, Stephen Luscombe, British synth pop keyboardist and songwriter. He used to be in Blancmange. Do you remember Blancmange? Not the Pudding, the band. 18th. Now, this one came up in the news big time. Brett James, American country singer-songwriter, record producer. died in a plane crash, unfortunately. But under the radar, there was another death, Diane Martel. She was an American music video director and a choreographer. Now, she's best known for directing the videos We Can't Stop, All I Want for Christmas Is You. Oh, God, I hate that song. And Robin Thicke, Blurred Lines. Both versions, the sexy and the the not so sexy one. The 19th, we had 3 departures. Sonny Curtis, American Hall of Fame musician. He was a songwriter with the Crickets. He wrote I Fought the Law and Walk Right Back. Also on the 19th, Chris Doheny. He was an Australian musician with the band Geisha, and he was a vocalist as well. He was best known for singing More Than a Game, which apparently was the theme tune to Australian Rules, the TV program that broadcast in Australia. Anyway, also on the 19th, Michael Wooford. He was an American jazz pianist and composer, and we kept him in because he was the accompanist to Sarah Vaughan and Ella Fitzgerald, both of whom are on the laundry list. And then on the 23rd, and this is why Iain referenced it, Danny Thompson, English bass player. He was in Pentangle and Alexis Corner's Blues Incorporated. Birthdays. Well, we wanted to mention a couple from last week. So, last Thursday, the 18th, 78 years young, he was born Russell Allen Roberts. He was an English musician. He was a drummer and vocalist with the Black Abbots. He was also an actor and comedian, and we know him better as Ross Abbott. And 85, granddad last week was Francis Thomas Avalone, better known as Frankie Avalon, the American singer, actor, and former teen idol. And then on Friday, we didn't want to miss this one because Peter Murray James, OBE, we know him as Pete Murray, British radio, TV presenter, actor, known for his career in the BBC. Now, his career included stints on what used to be called the Light programme. Then it became Radio 1. Then he moved to Radio 2 and Radio 4. In the 50s, he became one of Britain's first pop music TV presenters. He hosted 6-5 Special. He appeared as a panelist on Jukebox Jury, and he was a regular host on Top of the Pops. And he achieved the milestone of reaching 100 years young last Friday. So happy birthday, Pete Murray. This week, we've got a dozen. So today, 50 years young, Mariusz Duda, Polish rock bassist and singer with the band Riverside. 51 is Daniel Alexander Kessler. He's an English-born American musician. He's a lead guitarist and backing vocalist for the New York City-based band Interpol. 58 today is Ashwin Sood, English-born Canadian musician and drummer, best known for his musical association with his ex-wife, Sarah McLachlan. 61, couldn't keep the Irish out of this. 61 today is Maria Josephine Doyle Kennedy. She's an Irish folk rock singer and actress, and her career has spanned more than 30 years, and she is one of Ireland's most prolific artists and entertainers. 70 today, we've got 2 birthdays. I'm going to do the easy one first. Stephen John Bailey. We know him better as Steve Severin, English songwriter, composer, multi-instrumentalist, producer, co-founder and bassist of the rock band Susie and the Banshees. But this is a good one, and this is going to take me a minute or two. Adelmo Fornaciari. He's known professionally as Zucchero Fornaciari, or simply Zucchero. An Italian singer, musician, songwriter. In his career of 4 decades, He has sold over 60 million records around the world, and he has collaborated and performed with many artists, including, and this is a long list, Eric Clapton, Jeff Beck, Stevie Ray Vaughan, Brian May, Miles Davis, Ray Charles, Billy Preston, John Lee Hooker, Scorpions, Sheryl Crow, the Blues Brothers Band, Elvis Costello, Roland Othapao, Joe Cocker, Sharon Corr, B.B. King, Sting, Buddy Guy, Bono, Bryan Adams, Mark Knopfler, Iggy Pop, Coldplay, the late Dolores O'Riordan, Paul Young, Peter Gabriel, Alejandro Sanz, Luciano Pavarotti, and Andrea Bocelli. I mean, talk about a catalogue of music. Phenomenal. Anyway, let's crack on. 72 today is Richard Allen Harvey. He's an English composer, musician, and he was originally in the medieval prog rock group Griffin. He's now better known for his TV and film scores. And he's got a list of stuff that you wouldn't believe, programs that you go, what? He wrote that? Wow. Go and look him up. 74 today is Burley Drummond. He's an American drummer, percussionist, producer, songwriter, singer, and founding member, and the only drummer percussionist for the 5-time Grammy Award nominated band Ambrosia. 78 is John Fiddler, the British rock vocalist and guitarist. Now, he, along with a couple of other musicians from other bands, one of which was Mott the Hoople, they left and joined, whenever the bands broke up, they formed British Lions. As far as I know, they only did one album. 79 today is Jerry the Bear Penrod, American bass player, member of Iron Butterfly and Rhinoceros. 80 years young today is Owen McIntyre, known as Onnie McIntyre, Scottish guitarist, backing vocals for the Average White Band. And the granddad today is Jules Alexander, the American rock vocalist and guitarist with The Association, and they were still going. They're still performing. Funny enough, there are no matches. There's nothing in the music world. No wedding anniversaries today. So that's your lot. Sophomore results. Well, normally we announce the previous week. Since there wasn't the live stream last week, we're going back the week of the 11th, Mott the Hoople versus Roxy Music. It ended up at 12-20 in favor of Roxy Music. And at last week, because we didn't have a live stream, it's just the votes on the posts. Jefferson Airplane versus Jefferson Starship. Oh my, a runaway victory. It was almost a whitewash at 17-1. Today, it's Blink 182 versus Sum 41. And at the last time I looked, it was 3-0 in the posts. And I haven't looked to see.
I've only just put it up.
Let's have a look. There's been 5 votes. It's 3-2 to Dude Ranch, which is Blink 182.
Yes, the one with the bull on the front with a pair of big cowners.
So there's your hatches, batches, dispatches, and sophomore results. And what I can actually, just while I've got it on screen, delete those 2. I don't need them anymore. Right. Tonight's talking point. Iain mentioned in his little preview that they were on Simon's stream last week. He and a couple of others. And we were talking about flexi discs. So they're going to have a chat about the flexi discs that they found, what they've listened to, what it sounded like and whatnot.
Yeah.
Plus, we'll have the usual grumpy old men sorting out the world, complaining about anything and everything.
A plain one, look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yeah, I've got all that there as well. Yes.
Oh, hello, Zeb. No, you don't have to. You don't have to. But would you prefer one over the other?
One's a really a polished album, the other's raw, plug in and go.
Hello, Charles. Welcome in. Nice to see you. Terry, yes, that's right. Sonny Curtis, he did write the theme to Mary Tyler Moore Show. Yes.
Yes, he did.
Morn's Master. Oh, I like that. I like that. Thank you, Charles.
Right, shall we do next?
Right.
What's on next week?
Yes, or do you want to do?
Yeah, we'll do that. What's on next week?
Okay, so let's add that to the stage.
Yes, Charles.
Yes. I couldn't possibly comment.
No.
What was it your man used to say?
Francis Urquhart.
Yes. What was his one-liner?
Yeah,
Was it I couldn't possibly comment?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to go and look it up. Anyway, there you go. Let's make it full screen. Okay, off you go.
Okay, so we've come to the end of September. Where has it gone? But the good news is that we've thrown off, Richard and I have thrown one in for Saturday. Wasn't on the schedule, but it's been thrown in. It's them standalone singles, not on other LPs. If it's on the greatest hits, it's not on a studio album. So we're doing our top 10 singles on Saturday before the World Cup final. So we'll go to Monday, and we're finishing off the Prince story with all his sort of collaboration albums. Perfect Side, going for my favourite Gary Moore album, Run for Cover. That was tough because I like that album. That takes us to Tuesday. We've got Radiohead featuring Wellingboro's very own Tom York. And as Mike comes in, he now sees that we're doing as my top 10 singles of Susie and the Banshees, which has been a great fun.
Hello, Mike.
There it is. That's the comment. Yes. Okay, let's get back to what's on next week. So next Wednesday is what Marathon Day, and I'm going to tackle Jimi Hendrix posthumous albums because there's quite a lot. And
Hey, you got it right.
Oh, you did.
You did. Well done.
So then we come to Thursday, and it's the first of the viewers' picks sophomores. Now this is by Nick. What? This is a great one. You stepped into my life, Patty Boulay, up against Hoodlum Thunder by Zodiac Mymore in the Love Reaction.
That's a name and a half.
Yeah. That'll be an interesting one, folks.
Let's have a look. Oh,
and then we've got to pick a mix. The top 10 before the week before I was born, 2nd of October, 1966, which takes us through to next Friday. And we've got a live album ranking from Miss Lita Ford, ex-Runaways, solo artist, and still rocking to this very day. And we've got a new album from Mr. Robert Plant called Saving Grace. So that's your fun-packed week next week.
3. Sorry, I'm just looking up this band Palm that Zeb has asked for. Zeb, I'm only finding 3 albums. not 4.
I will find them.
Let's see if I can.
Because I've got a busy old day tomorrow. I've got one of them calls that says we're going to come between 8 and 5. So I'm not going anywhere tomorrow.
Oh yes, you've got that. All right.
Yeah, so I won't be going far.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how Rock is going to appreciate going out for a walk at 7:30 in the morning. But
1, 2, 3, 4. Right, Zeb, I'm finding 3 studio albums and 4 EPs. One is 5 if you count the re-release with 1 new song added. For the moment, I'll put them down as being 3.
Well, he's just put the ones in there. It's Ostrich Vacation, Trading Basics, Rock Island, and Nicks and Grazes.
Ostrich Vacation 2015 was an EP.
Well, we'll sort them out anyway. Well, we've got them in the list. There we go.
Trading Basics.
While you're on the list, is Griffin? I'm sure Griffin's in the list. It isn't. It should be. Good evening, Michael.
EH. Yes, Zeb's already asked for them.
I knew there should be.
Mm-hmm.
So, we've got a few wheelies to spin tonight.
Bear with me a moment.
I've got to find the right list.
No, 3. I've got them. I've got it noted. It's 13th and the 27th of November. Not 3.
What? UK is the 30th.
US is the 13th of November. And the UK will be the 27th of November.
And the clocks alter soon as well.
End of the month.
We have got exactly. I've wrote them down. So you guys in America will give you the right times. We'll give you plenty of time. Good evening, Martin. So don't panic. I think it'll be 11 o'clock and 2 o'clock for 1 week.
Yeah.
Something like that. But I will put it up and I'll put it in I'll make a nice big poster to put in the community in big letters and so you don't forget.
Oh, blinking Google. There we go. Right. That's whatever Google have done. If I've got this open and I go to YouTube and I look at something, it blanks the screen on this and anything else that uses video. I don't know what Google have done, but it's bloody annoying. Anyway.
Yep, I'm sure Palm. Yeah, I'm.
Right. Let's see. Who have we missed?
Martin's
Martin,
in.
Hello. Dave is in. Hello. Stairway to Bingo Night. Yes, it is. Michael Ricefield. Ohio gozaimasu. Or good dawn, should we say?
Yes.
Right. Let us. Now I've got to click that one. Share screen. Click that one.
And we should have a big wheel.
There we go. Hey, hopefully you can see a wheel. Yeah.
Yep. Give it a spin then. Let's see what.
Give it a few shuffles. Bong, 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 dum, 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 bong.
And away we go. This is for the 13th. US.
On the 13th. Boom.
1960.
Bum, bum, bum. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
And this is for the UK on the 27th.
1978.
Ooh.
Well, there we go.
Couple of good years.
Couple of good years. That's
So take that off. Close. Go away. Thank you.
right.
Beautiful editing on that last report.
Yeah, I haven't watched Dave's last one. I've had other.
That right.
I will have to catch up.
Right, so that's that done and that done. And
That's all that done. That's all that done.
That's the housekeeping done. Calm has been added at 3, potentially 4.
I'll find it.
Mm-hmm. That's 2377.
Yeah, I'll get pulled up there. People said that's not obscure. But the trouble is, if I change my name, no one will know it's me. So I'm not changing.
Well, the thing is, it's not obscure to them, but it's going to be obscure to somebody else.
Yes.
So
it can't be that hot in Japan.
No, it's really cooled off here. It's beautiful.
Yes, I've been watching the athletics from Tokyo.
Yes.
Bit of a splash bath, isn't it?
Well, yeah, there's a typhoon heading towards Taiwan.
Yeah,
They missed us.
Not a good idea to hold a world athletic event in September in Japan, is it?
Who knew?
Every year. No, because
Anyway,
there was an artist that I have shared her work with, Iain. She's just back from Tokyo and Osaka. Flew into Osaka and then traveled up. She went on the oh God, I had it memorized earlier. The bullet train.
She went on the Shinkansen, the bullet train.
Yeah, the new one, the really fast one.
Okay.
Blown away by it, but the whole experience. Her feet are sore from all the walking. But it's a beautiful place to go. Iain, whenever you go, you will enjoy it.
Yes.
Anyway.
I see that my favourite Japanese band are playing at the Budokan.
Who's that?
Love Bites are playing at Budokan.
Oh, I'll look it up. Not that I'm going to go, but I'll look it up.
Yeah, I can't see you sitting through a Love Bites con. Be a bit too loud for you.
Yeah,
that and the missus would be. She'd have the blindfold over your eyes.
Probably. But the channel Long Gone Loser is coming to Japan, I think in November, and he's really into garage bands, and he knows a lot of them. And we're going to hook up in Tokyo and go to some record shops in Shimokitazawa, and I'm sure he'll tell me a lot of stories about all the girl bands he's meeting.
Yeah, you can say that I'm big into Love Bites, especially Haruna, the drummer. Well, she's 4 foot something, and plays the drums as good as any power metal counterpart in Europe.
Yeah, that would be a tough match for you, a 4 foot high woman.
Yeah,
quite tall.
Yeah. Anyway, our little video from Saturday's doing all well, Mike.
Yes, I hear. Yeah, it's a subject, isn't it? It's a subject that so many people love. They love T-Rex, don't they?
Yes,
especially in the UK.
Yes, so I did. Did you? I sent you the list for our next one. There are some really good songs on there, isn't there?
There is. Yeah.
I haven't had to listen to any of them.
No. They're all familiar, aren't they?
Yeah.
But,
well, I don't know. I've had. I mean, I'm sure you know my because we're going to have a wild card each as well, and I've already decided mine.
Yeah, I think I know what Richard's will be, and I hope I'm right.
Have you found what have you decided what yours is yet?
I'm sort of narrowing it down a little bit. But there's so much that I think should be there.
Yes. We're doing a punk. We're going to do a tier ranking. Myself, Mike, Nick, and Richard on 20 best-selling punk singles in the UK.
Wow, that'll be tough.
Yeah, the list is pretty strong, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite surprising, really, Michael, because I think that usually when it comes to singles, that it's not the best that actually make it to the top most of the time. But although I would say these aren't the 20 best UK punk records, they're certainly all pretty good. There aren't any stinkers in there, are there?
There isn't. No, there's actually one that sold. Was it over 200,000 copies, but never charted.
That really surprised me. It really surprised me. It
never
sold
charted in the UK.
Yeah,
but it sold 200,000 copies. Doesn't that make there's a fix somewhere?
Yeah, unless of course it was.
So what's the conundrum? The conundrum is that that some of them are near and dear to you, but they're not necessarily favored as the top tracks. Are you going to do this based on revenue?
Yeah, record sales.
Right.
Just UK sales. Okay. UK sales. That's it. Isn't it? Yeah.
So there's no mystery. I got it.
There's no mysteries in this. I mean, there's some that
apart from our wild cards. Yeah.
Yes, our wild cards. There's one or two in there that I wouldn't consider punk, but that's going to spoil too much when we actually do it. So there are some ones in there. I think a couple of us have gone. What's that doing there?
Exactly. But before we get onto the music, there's a great man passed away this week. One of the greatest ever Yorkshiremen, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Michael will know all about this gentleman, and that is the great Dickie Bird.
Yeah,
legend.
90. I think he's 92 years old. Yeah, the greatest cricket umpire England ever had. And he was such a lovely man. He was a gentleman scholar. Yeah. So the local news program Look North devoted their whole sort of half hour to him.
Oh, fantastic!
A couple of days ago, and they said that he had given over £1 million of his own money to charity over the years.
Yeah, because he usually gave a lot of his fees, didn't he?
That's right. Because he made an absolute fortune from his autobiography.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got an audience on audio of his one-man show, and it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. I mean, I was lucky enough to meet the man himself.
Yes, I've met him. I've met him as well. Yeah, many years ago.
When I used to umpire at the county ground, one of the scoreboards we operated, and there was when he used to signal to us, he'd go, "Oi, keep up!"
Yeah,
but he always, at the end of the day, he would always come and go, "Thanks, lads."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'd hang about, and he would hang about, and he'd come out, and he'd come straight up to us, and well done, lads. See you tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He was an absolute gent. Hi, Rommel. Yeah, he was absolute gent, and everybody loved him. He was such a character.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's it. I mean, whenever he was umpiring the cricket match, you knew something funny was going to happen at some point during the day.
Yeah, when he had to go off because he caught short.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But do you remember John Arlott, the commentator? Yeah. I think John said something about Dickie to the effect that Dickie was never happy unless he had something to complain about. That was when he was out in the middle.
Yeah, and I mean, I think Jeffrey Boycott. I saw Jeffrey Boycott's tribute, and that was lovely as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So they used to. I mean, he's lost two of his great cricketing pals, hasn't he? Parky and now Dicky, because they all played together at Barnsley.
Yeah, that's right. Well, yeah. I mean, Dicky played county cricket, didn't he? But he was injured sort of, well, when he was still quite young.
Yeah,
Had to give up. Yeah, but
So
yeah, he was a
player.
great.
He was a
Sorry?
player before he was an umpire.
yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was an opening batsman, and he was a very good opening batsman.
yeah,
Very, very good. He was a good. I mean, he would never have played for England, but he was a good county cricketer.
yeah, yeah. I think that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah, but he was well respected all over the world. Even Big Murph Hughes, he told him off for his language, and he apparently walked past says, "Dickie Bird, you're a legend." So yeah, you beat me to. I was going to mention it, but as you're a Yorkshireman or an adopted Yorkshireman, it was rightly come. But yeah, very sad in cricket terms.
Yes, absolutely. But I mean, in music, you know, the big passing this week, of course, is Danny Thompson.
I know that.
You know, I mean, you know, it wasn't just. Yeah.
Yeah,
but,
legend.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, it's not just you know, Alexis Corner Band and of course Pentangle, but he appeared on so many albums. I mean, he's on the Dreaming, you know, Kate Bush's album.
Yeah, he played.
Yeah, and you know, and he played many a time with Richard Thompson as well.
Yeah, he's on quite a few of his albums through the years. I think it's just getting people, you know, getting the old boys back together, isn't it? If you look on Richard Thompson's, who plays on his albums, you go, yeah, it's the old boy network. Ring them up. I'm making an album. Do you fancy coming and having a go? Yep. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, it's you know, a lot of the you know, the former residents of Fairport Convention, isn't it?
Yes, so they all. I mean, I think there's one album. I think it's one they did with Linda. It's near enough and Who's Who of Fairport Convention playing on it, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, as Rommel's put, a stalwart on the English scene since the 1960s.
Yeah, he certainly was Rommel. It was, you know, you know, there's hardly an album that he wasn't associated with in some way.
I tell you what.
Yes, five Leaves Left. He played on that, didn't he, Pulsar? I think.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Nick Drake's 5 Leaves Left, 1969. Yeah. ABC, Alphabet City, Skin, Flesh Wounds. Sam Brown, Stop. Tim Buckley, Kate Bush, as you mentioned. Graham Cox, Barbara Dixon. Donovan.
John Martin. Yeah, Terry Wilson. Yeah, he played with John Martin as well.
Yeah.
He was the guy they all phoned up and they wanted him, didn't he? Because he was such a good bass player.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm looking at the list, or you know, a selected list, and it's blimey. I mean, Marianne Faithfull, Peter Gabriel, Mary Hopkins, Tasmin Archer, Linda Lewis, Mike Linda, Magna Carta, John Martin, the Chris McGregor Septet, Ralph Bechtel, Alison Moyer, Cliff Richard, Andrew Ridgely. Remember? Who? Exactly. Yeah.
Who?
Rod Stewart. He was on Every Picture Tells a Story.
Oh, right. Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Talk, The Colour of Spring.
Yeah, but it covers decades, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's some phenomenal. Anyway, going on another person, I've listened to some Lee Michaels.
Did you really?
Oh, yes.
and I thought I quite like it.
Oh my God. Oh my God. May I ask you, did you listen to early Lee Michaels or mid-career Lee Michaels?
The one that you keep showing, can't remember.
The blue one with Heidi High and with the drum solo. The drum solo is pretty amazing.
Oh no, it's one of those going down the rabbit hole again. I'll be
It's a
Yeah,
smoker.
I'm still to go that in that direction. So maybe I will.
Okay. Did you look up Garland Jeffries, by any chance?
no, haven't got.
Mike?
Not
That
yet.
was that was a Mike action item, as the Americans say in the American companies. Mike, will you take that action item? I guess not. That's okay. That's okay. There's plenty of time in our
Yeah.
discussion.
Yes, right. It seems we're talking about Danny Thompson on Saturday when Romuald and I do the folk live stream.
Yeah, Carnival. The first two records are very different than when he does Barrel, and I'm a bigger fan of Barrel and the self-titled. But it's an interesting guy. Really high. He hit some very high notes with his voice.
Yes, it's an artist that I'm going to be having a good listen to, I think.
Oh, good.
Yeah, once you've listened to one, you want to. It goes back to them old days. You've got one, you want to go and listen to more.
Sure.
Oh, so what's the starting point then, Michael?
Well, the first two are psychedelic, and so it's I would go to the one that Iain started with, Lee Michaels, with the blue cover.
Okay.
This one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
Because then you'll have a bass. Then you'll have a bass line. And
Yeah.
then fifth, I would try fifth.
Yeah, and he's appearing in someone's birthday top 10 as well. So I listened to that single. So, yeah, talking of singles, we was having a little conversation on.
No, I picked up on it.
Yes. I listened to this flexi disc.
Oh.
Street Machine by Phil Nickel. It sounded like it sounded like a piece of frying bacon, mind you, because it's not. But it's sort of a guitaring sort of track, and to be quite honest, it's listenable as a song.
Right.
I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it. Now, how the hell I come across this one? Give Us Three Cheers and Jack Barnett Way.
Are we doing the topic?
This is sort of
Flexi disc.
Flexi disc.
Yeah.
It's our sort of homework. This was. Now, this song, one of them is about HIV, and
Right.
and the other one is about hospital. So I think it was some sort of national health thing. And
Who's the artist?
just says the it's done on the Madhouse recording, and it hasn't got an artist.
All right, what was the track title?
Give Us Three Cheers, and then it's Serious Thrush.
Lovely.
Promotion, it says on the single.
Yeah.
Now the other one, I can't tell you who it is because it doesn't tell us. Now one of these guys is like a folky. It's a mixture of a bit of folk, bit of punk, and it's bloody awful. And the other side is a folk version of Jerusalem.
Oh,
Right.
And
You got that. You got that off of Martin Parrott. That is John Otway.
that.
Yeah. That is a yeah.
Yeah, it's
but they used to come in magazines. You remember those flexi discs? The kind
yeah.
that you had
That's where that one came from, I think. But it was. But it was
But
stuck in the back of.
Yeah, that's John Otway.
There we go. And it's not.
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
All right, I think it's pretty good. It was. Now then, what did Martin say? It's obviously sort of like, you know, self-released, and I think John Otway lives quite near to him. So he
Sorry,
picked up.
John. I didn't think much of it.
Yeah.
I'll give you another listen, see if it'll grow on me. I mean, the Jerusalem's not too bad, I suppose.
Yeah. I wrote down. If I can find it, I actually made a note of what it was.
Oh.
But yeah, that's what it is. Anyway, talk amongst yourselves while I.
I would think these things are really rare. And and the people who save the magazines that they came in probably are fetching a pretty high dollar for them, right? Are there any famous flexi discs in the UK? Any?
There is, right. I saw a copy of it at Leeds Record Fair a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah,
and it's a single by Alternative TV, and they released it just as a flexi disc, and it's called Love Lies Limp. So presumably they thought, you know, it was a good idea to have a flexi disc. Yeah, but yeah, so the John Otway, it's the tracks. There's Jerusalem. He calls it the New Jerusalem, and then it's the Tiger. You know, Tiger, Tiger, burning bright, but to music.
Yeah, but it didn't sound very good.
William Blake.
William Blake, yeah, that's right.
I wonder if the Japanese did flexi discs and magazines. That's something I have no idea. I'm going to look it up. I do know there's a local publisher here, a couple of train stations away from me, and he's, every time I go into his store, he's constantly throwing things into the shopping bag and giving me stuff. And this isn't so much. It's a CD. It's 4 singles, and it's it's soul stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, my camera is. Sorry about that.
No,
You'll have to hold up a mirror. But anyhow, the guy, it's got all of this stuff. It's like a trade show. It's like going to a trade show. And so he's hooked up with this label. It's called Old Days. And Old Days has been brought up on American live streams in the past. What he does is he goes and he re-releases tons of American soul music. I mean, we're talking, Andy Williams, Vicky Clark, Tom Jones, Rick Nelson, PJ Sloan, Packers, and I'm just randomly reading this off. And so anyhow, I don't have a flexi disc from him, but I have all this Hazarai, which means junk. And and it's kind of like the flexi disc. You never want to throw them out,
Yeah.
He's got a sticker here. This is his store.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's just amazing. And then, I get CDs from him, Japanese CDs. So again, it's not flexi disc, but these are like promos. It's stuff that the artist does with small publishers, which is what he is, right? I've shown this one before. He published this, and this is a 45. This is god awful, but it comes in a nice packaging like this, So again, it's not flexi disc, but it's just it's a source for so much stuff, and that's why I'm curious about magazines if they produce flexi discs inside the pages. I'm going to look into that in Japan, and that's why I asked if there's any famous ones in the UK.
Right. Okay.
You can make it small.
Ooh.
I get so shy.
Mike, I'm just
It's
looking
okay.
through about.
It's okay.
I'm just looking through about flexi discs, and it's
Yes.
in Japan starting in the early 1960s. Asahi Sonorama published the monthly magazine Asahi Sonorama magazine, which included an inserted flexi disc or sono sheet.
Wow.
And
I bet this guy.
every year between 63 and 69, the Beatles made a special Christmas recording, which was made into a flexi disc and sent to members of the fan club.
Oh, yeah. They're quite valuable, aren't they?
I bet.
I would imagine.
Asahi Sonorama. I'll look it up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you can look up flexi disc on Wikipedia, and
Then, of course, I got this from Harry in Takadana Baba. This is his hit song, I Love Takadana Baba. He gave it to me on CD.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Yeah, this could be VCLT. Please make me small, please. I'll leave the room.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't got too much, but what I did get is this little thing from it's a power metal sampler. It's a 3-disc, and it was absolutely free. You get 3 CDs with 15 tracks on each CD.
That's good.
Yeah, there's some bands on here that I wouldn't give the time of day, but
Yeah,
for free,
Yeah.
I'm not going to say no, am I?
And they're always, they're always worth it. I mean, even if everything on it is absolute rubbish, at least you know what to avoid in future, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, it's like all the up and coming power metal bands. I think this is from the 90s.
yeah.
So it has got some good stuff on it, and
Yeah.
bands I've heard of. But there is.
Well, I'll take care of it, Ian. Don't worry.
Okay. What about CD singles? You guys have CD singles?
We had a thing. We had a thing in the Sunday papers where they'd give away all sorts, didn't they, Mike? You remember?
Yeah.
Films, albums.
Hold on.
Yeah. Greatest hits comps. Well, Nick gave us those copies of the Slade.
Yeah, I did play it. And he gave me.
Was that from the Mail on Sunday or something?
Yeah. And I've got Oliver, the soundtrack as well.
Yeah. I mean, CD singles were a thing for a while.
Really?
Yeah, and
It came in packaged. Was the packaging anything like this?
Yeah, very small discs, and
yeah, very similar. Yeah.
But not
So
not cost effective anymore with streaming.
I mean, yeah. I bought a CD single
Wow.
a while back, and it was John Otway again, and so the story is that John Otway was asked what he wanted for his birthday. I think it was his 60th birthday, and he said, "I'd really like to get into the charts again." So his fan club sort of organised stuff. They did a poll of John's songs, and they decided that a good single to release would be Bunsen Burner. It's to the tune of Disco Inferno, and the single was released, and the idea was that everyone was to buy it, on the week of release. So I got a copy of that, but it's somewhere in here, and it'll probably take me forever to pick it out. But yeah, I mean, I don't think CD singles were ever that big, were they?
No, not over here. I mean, some of the more modern bands they'd release CD singles. I mean, I did buy a few because they got. I mean, one had a version of Parisian Walkways live with Gary Moore and Phil Lynott, so I brought it.
Yeah.
Which was worth it because I was actually at the gig that he turned up at. So,
Well, yeah.
so there you go. So that's. But Status Quo used to do it. Marillion used to do it. But eventually, when they bring them out on other albums and remixes and God knows what, they come sort of. You don't need them, so you buy an album, you get rid. I got rid of the CD singles, so
Right.
I think I had about 10 or 11.
Yeah. I mean, there were cassette singles as well, weren't there?
Oh, I had 3 of those.
Yeah.
I had a White Snake one, which cost me 50 pence. And I also had Yes, with owner of a lonely heart, and this a cappella version of Leave It.
Yeah. All right.
Which was quite good and better than Leave It on 90125.
Yeah. I don't think I ever bought a cassette single, but I might have done. I don't know, but I don't think I did.
I think the only cassette I own now is the one that Fish gave me.
Right.
Because you can't get it anywhere, and it's a piece of history.
Yeah, they're big here. I mean, they're part of the releases now, albums, CDs, and cassettes.
Yeah. I mean, you do see them occasionally. There's, new releases. You get that version, but it's not really taken off here.
No, I think it's more of a bragging thing, or
That's right.
I used to have loads because, like if there was an in concert on Radio 1 or a rock show, you'd record the gig.
Sure.
All the home taping stuff, wasn't it? That was the thing about cassettes, as you say.
Right.
I used to record the in concerts on Radio 1 onto cassette, and then of course there's all the albums that you swap with your mates as well, aren't there?
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I had a great cassette. One side had Dark Side of the Moon on it, and the other had Led Zepp 2.
Oh, right, yeah. Pretty good.
Yeah, and I had Cozy Pals Tilt on it done for me. Lots of Susie and the Banshees, of course.
Yeah.
That my mate's sister done for me. She put all the singles. I think I had Juju and all the singles on it as well.
Yeah.
So you can't go wrong, can you?
No, you can't go wrong.
No,
I mean I recorded. What?
If you were really into recording stuff, you like Dad used to have a reel-to-reel, the old tape recorder, copper one. He'd record stuff off the World Service and whatnot. Great. But it's amazing how many programs were wiped by the BBC.
Yeah.
And they're depending on off-air recordings that people have kept all these years later we're missing this episode of Doctor Who, or we're missing this episode of whatever. Oh, somebody in Australia or America or Canada or, wherever in the world, somebody has a copy. 9 times out of 10, it's a reel-to-reel tape.
Yeah, they put the word out, don't they, every now and then? Yeah.
I mean, because my mum had 3 husbands. It was
hello, Nick's working late tonight.
Ooh.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Nick. Just get home safe.
Yeah.
We'll be happy to see you no matter what.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll see you later, Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
people listen to us, don't they? It's great that people
That's
listen
right.
to us.
Yeah.
There you go.
I don't know why, quite honestly, but we're very grateful for it. We're very grateful.
There you go. Terry's up with this. CD singles were big between 92
Yeah.
and 2007.
Yeah.
But
You know
died
what,
when
Terry?
downloads were added
Yeah,
to
you know what, Terry? When I said that CD singles weren't the thing, immediately I thought, well, hang on, there was a singles chart.
Mm-hmm.
So how did that work? And of course, the truth is, I just wasn't buying them. That's the truth, rather than them not being big. They weren't big in my house.
Yeah,
But
well,
this is it. I mean,
one of my stepdads, he used to do hospital radio on a Saturday night, and he always used to do a comedy. He'd have something different every week, and he had it on a reel to reel. Yeah, and he knew exactly. For some reason, he would know exactly where to. He'd cue it up, put it on the radio hospital radio studio had a reel to reel. So all his comedy that he played on there, on this thing, he had Hancock. You'd do a little. He'd find 7 minutes, and he'd put all these on a tape. Very good at editing and splicing, he was. So he could just go to it and play a 7-minute, and you put a little intro on. So all he had to do was sit at the thing and have a cup of tea and have this for 10 minutes, a little bit of comedy each week.
Yeah.
All right. Very good. Very good.
I mean, whenever I was out in Ankara, there was a guy out there who had a huge singles collection, and he used to do a disco on a Friday night. And the kids would come out in the summer holidays, and the adults would have enjoyed what was being played prior to the kids coming out. The kids would arrive and they're wanting to hear the latest music. He didn't have anything new. He sort of stopped around about 1980. I was into cassettes, and I started getting a magazine which gave the rundown. All right, we were a week behind, but we got the latest charts. And I'd go down to the local cassette shop, say, right, this is the chart. I'd like a cassette with the top 10 on one side and 10 to 20 on side 2. Not a problem. Go in. Nick would start doing his DJ bit. He did the first hour and a half playing all his singles. And then I rocked up, and I had my twin cassette deck. I could set it up that it would detect the pauses in between tracks. So I could jump X number of tracks. I want track number 5. And it would count the spaces and queue up track number 5 for me. Absolutely brilliant. I'd put on what's the latest hits. Okay, it's a week old, but this is the latest stuff. Bang. You talk about going down a storm. I loved it. But it was the fact that this tape deck counted the spaces. You could queue up a playlist. Play track 1 on one deck, and on the other deck, you've got track 5 queued up. Whenever that starts, you queue up track 9 on the first. Backwards and forwards between the two. Right. All because of a simple thing, being able to count the spaces between the tracks.
Yeah, my last tape cassette I ever had, you could do that. When you don't like a song on a tape and you've got to fast forward it, you'd hit a button and it'd fast forward to the beginning of the next song.
That was a big
it would recognise the silences, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And the other thing was to record. If you borrowed someone's cassette and record, you could hit it and you'd do it fast.
Yeah.
Pulsar, I hope you're not recording us.
Do you know that do you have famous bootleggers in the UK? And what I mean by bootleggers, guys who went to concerts and recorded them. Because this week, some guy, it came came in front of me. There's a fellow named Mike Millard, or Mike the Mike, who was legendary. He would sneak a tape recorder in a wheelchair and go to various concerts in LA. and now all of his recordings are like gold standard of audience recorded tapes, and there
I've
were a bunch
heard
of them
that
in the
name.
U.S.
I've heard that name somewhere before.
There's around 4 of them. Jerry Moore, a guy who recorded the Grateful Dead, and some guy named Jim Stinson, and a guy named Ken Douglas and Dub Taylor. And they each went after different bands. Mike Millard went after Led Zeppelin and Pink Floyd and Yes. So all of the bootlegs, the best bootlegs, are his recordings. And
I've got one of his of Pink Floyd on the Animals tour recorded in Boston.
yeah,
It's very, very good.
yeah.
And there's one of Roger Waters on the Radio Chaos tour as well. Yeah, that's why I know that name. He recorded this one and the quality is really good for 1977.
Yeah,
He had a fake wheelchair, and so he got to sit up closer to the stage because
Yes, a mobile recording studio.
Yeah, there was a guy over here that used to do. He must have something to do with mixing desk because he got straight off the mixing desk. Now I've got a concert I was at. There's 2 Marillion concerts. There's the Garden Party, which has never ever been released on any sort of thing, and then there's a concert at the NEC on the Misplaced Childhood tour, and it's absolutely brilliant. And I've also got one of that ill-fated Genesis reunion at Milton Keynes Bowl in 1982. That's straight off the mixing desk.
Yeah. I mean, with some of the punk bands, and I mean, Adam and the Ants were certainly one of them. I mean, this is early Adam and the Ants. So what they would do, I think, is that they would record their own gigs, and then cassettes would be available, very, very quickly afterwards.
Sure.
So if you, I mean, even if you were sort of, say second or third sort of gig of a tour, you might be able to pick up a cassette of the first gig. So that's what I did. But it used to be in the music press, in Sounds and Melody Maker, NME. In the classifieds, there are always pages and pages of adverts for bootlegs.
Wow.
Yeah.
We used to go to record fairs. There was a guy that regularly come to Northampton. He'd have a whole table.
Yeah.
And basically, you'd have them, and you'd give him you'd give him the thing, and then one would come from under the table. So he'd got.
Yeah.
There was no crackdown. There was no crackdown that the record companies didn't pressure the police to go after people.
Well, there was, but I don't think it was very effective.
Nah.
I don't think that was a big sort of corporate thing when they were sort of, going after people with a solicitor's letter and all that stuff. But do you remember, the Walkman? Well, the cassette Walkman.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a Walkman Professional, wasn't there?
Yeah.
A recorder.
And bootleggers used to buy those because you could sneak them into a gig.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, with some of them, I've heard some, and you get the the people that are actually recording it forgetting that they're recording, and you get all that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean the quality can be absolutely atrocious sometimes. I'm not really one for bootlegs anyway. I think that I don't know enough about them. I can't say, oh yeah, this is a bootleg that I should be buying, or this one to avoid. So I just don't.
Yeah, I mean, I've got the 2 Marillion ones, but I wouldn't say I play them. They're just something there. Yeah, I've got these.
Yeah. yeah,
Well, the printing got better. Like the early bootlegs were so obvious that they were bootlegs, right? They almost, but the paper got better, the printing got better, and then after a while, you couldn't tell.
yeah,
You thought it was an official release.
yeah.
I've got a Led Zeppelin one that's pretty good.
I think it's called Strawberry Hill. There's a real famous one called Strawberry Hill.
Yeah, I've
Where
got one.
the
I think
sound
it's called
quality is
Dragon.
really good.
I think it's called Dragon Snake Fly or something. That's pretty good. And I've got one of Jimmy Page and David Coverdale in Japan when they brought out that album in the 90s. That's a very good copy. And I've got I've got Roger Waters, probably that same guy at the Radio City place in New York. What's it called?
Radio City Hall.
Yeah, on the Hitchhiker's Guide, the pros and cons tour as well.
Right.
That's a pretty good recording. Well, if it's been done in a wheelchair at the front, it's going to be, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
You know
That's
it's quality.
yeah, yeah. I mean, the King Gizzard, yeah, and the Lizard Wizard.
Yeah.
If you subscribe to their YouTube channel, hardly a week goes by without there being a new complete King Gizzard gig.
Yeah, I'm. Someone that messaged me said the same. Subscribe, and you'll get all. Yeah, and I think another one I've got that's really good. But
yeah. Yes, they were indeed, Terry.
They were, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think another one I've got, and basically I got hold of it. It was done by someone for the BBC, and it was when the Firm, Jimmy Page, Paul Rogers, Tony, their gig in December '81 at Hammersmith. Someone actually got a copy of it, the master tape, and did some copies, and then sold them.
Well, yeah. Well, people are looking to make a buck, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well, just to say, I mean, there are stories abounding all over Reddit and various other places about people who used to work in tape reproducing factories, facilities, whatever you want to call them.
Right.
And guys would they'd lift an extra copy or two,
Right.
stick it down stick it in their trousers or something. VHS copies. Wear a jumper, stick it inside the waistband of your trousers, stick the jersey over it, and walk out. Stick CDs. There was one guy apparently used to wear a belt with a huge belt buckle, and he could open it up and put a CD inside it and walk out with a free CD.
Wow.
Well, that's how I got my very first copy of Pink Floyd The Wall, the movie. It was done at one of them video stores like Blockbuster. And
there's a lot of bands are doing that. Releasing it.
I mean, Bob Dylan and the band before the flood is their attempt to sort of get an official release of the tour out before the flood of the bootleg.
Yeah, so that's how I got it. It was done in the back room at Blockbuster.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, there's some bootlegs. There was some stuff that Prince had done, and people were bootlegging. So what he done, he went and got a load of them, and and then actually officially released them.
And then he just took over.
Yeah,
that phenomenon.
yeah.
Which lasted, didn't it?
Yes. It was. It wasn't the most commercial format in the world, was it?
No.
I mean, I can remember seeing CD singles, and they were tiny. You know, they were a third of the size of a standard CD.
Right.
And one track. What? I'm not going to put that in my machine because it's got. I didn't trust them. I didn't trust them at all.
Yeah, I mean, I've got some ELP bootlegs from 1974 done at some speedway track. And I've got one of Deep Purple Mark 1. And that's an official one, but it was a terrible recording. But it's the only recording I've got of the Mark 1 line at Deep Purple live.
I'm sure if you went online, you could find one somewhere.
Yeah, well, of course you can. Yeah, you can find just about anything nowadays if you look hard enough, can't you? Yeah, yeah. Anyway, shall I show you some of these these freebies?
Yes.
Your freebies.
There he is.
Yeah. Yeah, I could only find one flexi disc, and I'm sure I've got more. But some of them were sort of came with albums, and they'd be inside the album, and I can't remember which. But I've got this. This was on the front of Folk Roots magazine back in the 80s. It's not bad, and it's a double-sided.
Wow.
And I played it today, and it still plays. It doesn't sound great, but you got the Oyster Band there, the old dance, and then Michelle Shops. Do you remember her?
Yeah.
Yes, so that's from the Texas Campfire Tapes, which is a brilliant album, by the way.
I'm amazed that it's thick enough to have two sides.
Yeah, and there's the other side. You've got Rory McLeod. Rory McLeod is sort of folky singer. He's London Irish.
But I'm looking at the other one.
Yeah, Farewell Welfare. It's on a really good album by his called Angry Love. But if you like a bit of folk, singer-songwriter stuff, it's really quite good. He's a talent. And then there's the Mekons.
I know. King Arthur.
That's the
and
one
of course, those of you that sort of aren't obsessed by bands like the Mekons, I mean, they started off, they were part of the Leeds art school scene. They were punks basically, and I might be choosing one of their singles for our review, Ian, but I haven't decided yet. But then they went very sort of Americana and folky, and,
right?
Yeah. So this is the sort of transition, really, King Arthur, I think, between, and that was the only flexi disc that I could actually find. Right, there's this, and it's a magazine called Spiral Scratch, and it came for it. This record is free with issue 1, September-October 1988, limited edition, 10,000 copies.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. And it's an interview with the Sisters of Mercy.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mikey.
And unfortunately, the interviewer is so glib. She just asks the most mundane, stupid questions. It's just, you don't learn anything about them, basically.
Right.
From listening to this. But there you go.
So how did you get your name?
Sorry?
So how did you get the band's name? No, she asked kind of like really basic questions, I guess, right?
Yeah, it was just, it was kind of like, are you guys looking forward to the upcoming tour?
Right.
And they're not going to say bloody hell no, are they?
Who were they interviewing? Which members of the band?
I think they were all there, actually.
Well, I can't see.
Yeah.
I really can't see Andrew Edridge taking. He'd have gone looked at her. What drugs are you on? Can we have some?
It's just a bit glib and a bit boring. I'm probably over sort of doing the awfulness of it. But
Right.
No,
now
it sounds like a fan question.
yeah, very much so. You know that you
Yeah.
expect a bit of insight, but the questions don't actually lead to that. So that's what I mean. Anyway, these you see these at record fairs now, you know, quite a lot. And this was a single that was free with sounds.
I had that once.
One of the weekly papers. So you've got the Band of Holy Joy,
Yeah.
the Dragons,
Ooh.
the Primitives, and Voice of the
Voice of
Beehive.
the Beehive.
I had that one, Mike. I don't know what happened to it.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a really dumb question. This would just fall out between the leaves of the pages, these singles? I mean, was it attached?
It was attached. Yeah.
It was attached.
Sellotape.
I think what happens is that, you know, it's in the days where, you know, you would buy papers and magazines from from newsagents. And Sounds and then NME that I'll talk about in a minute, they're both sort of like newspaper size. They were basically weekly music newspapers. And I think what would happen is that the papers would arrive, and then the newsagent would also get a sort of pile of singles.
And they'd insert them.
So they just give you a single when you buy the paper. Because I'm pretty certain it wasn't attached. If it had been, they would just rip the cover of the.
Right.
Yeah, some of them did. They used to sellotape them to the front.
Yeah, I mean, I think with flexi discs you can do that, but this is proper. You know, this is vinyl. So yeah, so you've got Voice of the Beehive. What You Have Is Enough. Band of Holy Joy, Route to Love, the Soup Dragons, Rosewood Sky, which is pretty good, and then the Primitives, Nothing Left. So that's quite good. I didn't get the first one of these, but I got the third one as well. Well, that was number 2, and then the third one here. There you go. Sound Showcase. All tracks exclusive to Sounds.
The leather.
Yeah, so you've got the mission on here, Serpent's Kiss, which is it's a remix of the original track. Band called Gangway, who quite honestly I couldn't remember them at all. And this is This Can't Be Love. And then there's a live track by the Leather Nun. Yeah, from 7th of January 1987 in Stockholm, and it's called Jesus Came Driving Along.
It's a quality song.
Yeah, and that's pretty good. So I got those. This next one is absolutely brilliant, and I'd not played it for years and years, and it's with NME, and I always preferred NME to Sounds. I think Sounds was more into sort of rock music, whereas NME embraced punk a lot sort of earlier. Right. So this is an EP, and there's 4 tracks on here. So you've got Husker Du doing a cover of Ticket to Ride on here, if you can imagine that.
I'm just trying to think of them trying to do a version of.
Yeah. Then there was a band called Trouble Funk, which I didn't know them, and it's called Let's Get Small, and it's really good. It's a really, really good track. Then you've got Tom Waits, Downtown Train.
Oh, that's good.
And then you've got the Jesus and Mary Chain and some Candy Talking. You know, so that's
not a bad little selection.
Yeah, so that's pretty good. But Michael was talking about CDs, you know, and sort of freebies, and I've got a few here that sort of, you know, I picked up. I think I picked that up at Jumbo. That's sort of like, so it's Heavenly Sounds of 2018. This is pretty good. It's got Mattiel. I don't know if you've heard of her or them. Really quite good sort of post-punk stuff. Hannah Birch, the Orioles are on here. That's a Jury. That's Ian Jury's son. A bit of King Giz here. Down Sync. Hachi Gueno, Yuskius, and various other stuff. So that was that came.
Wow.
That was free at my local record shop, and then
Who published it? Was it the record label that published it?
it's a record. It's a record label sampler, Heavenly Records. Yeah, so it's just a sampler sort of freebie. And there's another one from One Little Indian record label. I suppose Björk's probably the most famous person on this label, which is not on here. You've got Tusks, Samaris, Wild Palms, Foxtrot, Olgabal, and Fafanu. And it's quite good, actually, but I don't really know any of those bands, to tell you the truth. And then Fire Records. If you order something from Fire Records in the UK, quite often you get some sampler CDs thrown in. And this was one. This was a Record Store Day one. I think I actually picked this one up at again on Record Store Day. When they're giving them away. So basically, it's sort of various stuff here that was coming out on Record Store Day. There's a bit of Groundhogs here, a bit of Sandy Denny. Yeah, Maria McKay, Trevor Lucas is on here. Who else? Bardo Pond. Yeah, so it's quite a few of those, and the first thing I showed was sort of like flexi disc,
right,
from Folk Roots magazine. Well, later on, Folk Roots, and it became known as Fruits after a while, just FROOTS, but they would 3 times a year you'd get CDs on the front of their magazine. So you see, this is number 5. So you got Kate Rusby and Catherine Roberts. If you've not heard them, they're brilliant. Their self-titled debut album was really, really good. You got Liza Carthy here with Nancy Kerr. And I've got loads of them. So that's my stuff anyway. Freebies.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Fun.
Hello, mate.
Nick.
Welcome in, Nick.
Yeah, when Metal Hammer first come out, the first 6 issues had CDs. There's some pretty good stuff on there. From Yes, Uriah Heep, all bands releasing stuff at the time.
Yeah. There's another magazine that I subscribed to in the past, and I'm pretty certain that Nick would be a subscriber as well, and that's Prog Rock magazine. Yeah. So again, I've got a whole box here of, but yeah, every every month.
Yeah, so you with your prog rock, I've got your power progressive metal as well.
Yeah.
Mike with his prog rock and MME. I went with smash hits.
Oh.
Purely because it could be rolled up and sent through the dip pouch. NME, you couldn't roll it up for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, I suppose Smash Hits was on glossy paper, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Whereas NME was just like a newspaper, wasn't it?
Right.
Yeah. You could get your local newspaper. That would be if you had a subscription organized. Then your local newspaper could be sent through the dip pouch. But, things like the Daily Telegraph, the Mail, whatever, no, you had to rely on the likes of British Airways or whoever, if they had spare copies whenever they arrived.
Right. Yeah. With radio, Dave,
Mm-hmm.
so presumably it was British Forces Radio, was it, that you listened to?
Well, it depended where I was.
Yeah.
Whenever we were traveling with Dad, yes, it was BFBS, British Forces
Yeah,
Broadcasting
yeah.
Service.
So I mean,
Whenever-
did they do the weekly chart rundown?
Oh yeah, religiously, and that was whenever they got their biggest audiences. But then, whenever I was working myself and traveling overseas, it was the World Service.
Right.
And for a while, whenever I was working in Ankara, I was tuning in and recording signal strength and quality on behalf of the BBC and sending in a weekly report, for which I got paid the magnificent sum of £1 a year. Well, there you go, Fox magazine.
I remember Vox.
Yeah.
I know my brother, because he's a guitar player. He used to have a guitarist magazine. I know some of the freebies he got, whole little mini CDs of Jimi Hendrix or whoever they were, you'd get a selection. He got loads of them.
Mm.
Yeah.
It was nice to get the freebie stuff, but it was more sort of a sampler than here's the latest album. No, you never got the latest album. You always had to go and buy that. But you might get a sampler of here's a track from such and such a band, such and such and such and such. And it was a sort of a teaser. It was like the computer magazines. You'd get something on the front. Here's a little program you can write, or here's a tape that you can copy with a program written on it. And it was always a sampler teasing you. Come and buy this, go and buy that, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Hey ho.
Yes, I remember those. The computer mag things. Where you get a cassette with the that you could use with your Sinclair Spectrum.
Exactly. The ZX, the Spectrum 2.
Yeah.
I built a database. I had at one stage, whenever I was in Islamabad, I had a library of books that I'd bought at the local market. All the old sci-fi, American sci-fi and the serials and whatnot. I had 3,000 books at one stage.
Wow.
And I had my little Sinclair ZX with all the little tape drives in sequence, all lined up. I had about 6 of them. All connected together, all lined up. Go in, add a new book to the database. Delete that book because I've got rid of it or something happened to it. And it was a laborious process, but by God, it was fun.
Yeah. Yes. I remember though when I think you mentioned it. That they would actually print the code in magazine,
yes.
and that would take forever. And then you sort of you come to play and find that you've mistyped something somewhere.
Yeah, one letter, number or something.
Yeah,
and you've got to go through the whole that, and you're talking, a page and a half to 2 pages of A4 closely printed. Oh my God! Get your magnifying glass out and go through.
Well, I had a Spectrum, and I actually got a completely free game.
Yeah.
It was called UKPM, where you was the Prime Minister.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's not go there.
I mean that's the one that Keir Starmer uses now, isn't it?
I think that's probably.
Is it Keir Starmer or is it Andy Burnham that's playing it at the moment?
Yeah, there's a plot. There's a plot, isn't there?
There's a plot somewhere, isn't there?
Yeah.
There's always a plot.
And it just happens to be that one of the deputies, Lucy Powell, who's a friend of Andy Byrne.
Yep.
Oh, don't you love British politics?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those magazines were fun. I mean, depending on what computer you had, you got whatever, you'd get your C64 or your Commodore or your Sinclair or whatever. And I can remember arriving in post, and here was a PC, a proper PC. Ooh. Right. David, can you use this? I'll learn how to use it. Right. He says, I'd like you to do a database, create a database of all the people who are going to be coming to the Queen's birthday party in X months' time. Okay. Right. I can learn how to do that. And then I discovered that you could play games on it as well.
Mm.
Oh, I spent more time playing solitaire and what do they call it? Minesweeper.
I mean, I had you remember the Acorn Electron?
Oh
Yeah.
my God! Yes, the BBC.
Yeah, it was kind of related to the BBC computer, wasn't it?
Yeah. I remember Daddy bought one for Eugene so that Eugene could learn computing.
Yeah, I never had either of those.
Hmm.
I had a Spectrum. That was about it, really.
But the BBC, the BBC Micro and the Acorn, it was all tied in with the Open University. Because there'd be a program on late at night, midnight, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, whenever they broadcast, and you'd record the program. And then, Eugene would record the program, and then at the weekend, he would sit down and he would laboriously type out the code, follow all the instructions. Where I can play pong, 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 pong.
Yeah, I mean, when I worked in the day centre back in the 80s, we had 5 BBC computers.
Hello, Record Hand.
Yeah, because my mate Gary, he worked part of a team that come and installed them.
Yeah.
So he came up because he was based just down, and he came up, and he'd come to work with us, and we're supposed to be installing computers, but it was just more larking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were supposed to be. We were taking off other duties to get these computers installed. And it was right near the boss's office, and he used to come in and go, "Well, I can hear you lot swearing." The thing is, he had a speech impediment, and he was one of these. All you can hear you lot is swearing. He said, "Are you actually doing any work in here?" Yeah.
Oh yes. Yes, but we keep missing a line in the code.
Yes. Oh, things you did. Anyway, how are you, Nick? Apart from being knackered.
Knackered.
Yeah.
You made it home safe.
Yeah. Well, it's money, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm surprised you're working this late.
I'll work later than this.
On a Thursday night?
Yeah. I've taken a load of books to Oxford University Press.
No.
Ooh.
You got to stop off at the gatehouse reception bit, hand over a load of paperwork, and bring back other bits of paperwork, and drive around the corner and reverse half into the building and drop off your pallets of books and pick up pallets of books, take them back to Oxford University Press in Kettering.
Oh, are they in Kettering?
Yeah, as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, folks, you know what day it is today, don't you?
Oh yeah, last day of the month.
Yay!
Last Thursday.
So,
It's my birthday.
your back-
Yeah, your birthday or your birthday.
so there's a new one on there called the Numbers Game. Jacket covers, to be or not to be, calendars, Jack Frost, Born to be Wild,
That's me. Don't
and
worry.
overplayed songs. So let's see what we're going to be diving into our collections for next week.
Okay.
Oh, right.
Oh,
Overplayed songs on your
song.
albums. Them songs that if you never hear again, you won't get upset about it.
Okay.
okay.
I know Ian's got around about 6 straight off the bat.
Yes. Yes.
Your favourite hates.
Yeah,
Right.
my favourite hates, basically.
Right.
Well, there we
Oh,
are.
that's a good one.
It is a good one.
Yes.
I can live with
Yeah.
that.
Yes, I think. Hang on, we've all gone square here. What's going on?
Yeah.
Format check.
There we go.
That's better.
Let's do a bit of housework while we're here.
So I just want to compliment Nick on a brilliant video. I don't know how he does it, and I hope that you understand when I write comments like that, it's a sheer compliment, okay? Because I can't do that, right? I mean, he starts the camera, he does the whole video. There's no there's no there's nothing. It's just start to finish. And then he goes, and oh, by the way, he puts a PS, which is just like a way of going. I'm so good at this. So it was marvelous. Marvelous.
Thank you very much.
There you go. Yeah. You're a master of that sort of thing.
There's all this me with all my
of the one take. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, when we do our our tier rankings, I mean, that's all done in one take, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think what Michael is saying is that most of us, when we do one take, we do a lot of and there's the sort of pregnant pauses where we sort of know that we've got something to say but can't remember quite what it is.
Yeah, that's me.
Whereas you seem to not suffer from that at all, Nick.
I do occasionally.
Not much.
And
You're a natural. You're a natural on camera.
I do make mistakes, but I sort of correct myself by inserting a little comment or something or other on the screen or in a box to one side, or I can just about manage that simple editing bit, but I don't cut things out and redo it. And the only editing I really do is right at the very beginning to shorten the time, and right at the very end when you say goodbye.
I stopped doing that. I just put, if I make a mistake, I just then take the mickey out of myself with put a sarky comment on the screen about myself.
Yeah.
I don't like to see them when you get people doing this.
Yeah. Anyway, I've got a I've got a trip round some Japanese record shops to watch later on.
I haven't.
I enjoyed your last one. I enjoyed your last one, Michael. So I'm sure this one will be just as good.
Thank you.
Terry has a valid question.
But must be bands you like. Yeah.
I mean, does it have to be bands that you like?
I think it's best if it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, because I could just name all the tracks off of every Dire Straits album, for instance. Apart from the first one, which isn't bad. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
there are-
I think I've got 10 really good. I've got them in my head already, so that'll be quite fun to do.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there are always some, aren't there, where there's a track and you remember that you really loved it at some time, but now
exactly.
you just can't listen to it anymore.
Yeah. All you got to do is go and listen to Planet Rock, and you'll hear at least half a dozen within an hour.
Yeah, I hate those sort of radio stations. It really, and it's for that reason. It's just.
Hello, Rob. The answer is yes. I'm still going. Nick's still going. It depends if
I might
Leeds-
not be there though.
Yeah. There's a potential for a grand
So-
final. coming up.
It depends. It depends what happens with Leeds Rhinos, because the grand finals on the same day as the October meetup.
But Simon's definitely coming. So
Yeah. I think I'm going to be there because Leeds, their form's gone down the pan last couple of weeks. So I'll probably know on Saturday. If we get beaten by Saints on Saturday, that's the end of our season.
what I'll do, Rob, I will.
Yep.
I'll send you a message on Instagram and say who's coming and what. And
Yeah.
do it that.
Yeah,
We'll let you know anyway. Don't worry.
Martin, Vinyl Scavenger, asked me the other day whether there was a meetup, and I did mention. I mentioned
excellent.
that, but yeah.
Excellent.
Yes, pass the word around, Rob.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey, he said he's going anyway, so that's another one.
Okay. Well, see you there, unless Rhino's form improves.
Good evening.
Jed, timing.
Hello.
Hello,
Jed.
Jenny.
Hello.
I really enjoyed the Obi strip video,
Thank
Michael. Very, very,
Oh,
very
it's a little short.
informative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd think, I probably mentioned this before, you'd think there'd be somebody, probably in Japan would be best, who'd have a library of Obi strips that
This
people
book-
who are missing that he could print up.
Oh, right. Yeah,
And-
yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
It's counterfeit.
Well, yeah, I know that, but surely there must be some way of getting some sort of permission.
Yeah. I mean, printing technology now, short run, it seems like it would be an easy thing to do. But I've never heard of anybody offering that service.
No, shame really, because I'll be totally honest.
Yes.
If I go looking for Japanese pressings, I tend to stick with the ones that have the Obi strips.
Yeah.
It's the fun because if you get them at a good price, chances are you're going to come across another one without one, and it's going to be very similar in the price you paid for the one that has. So, I mean, that's the fun shopping aspect of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's such a I don't know. It's as if the Japanese, I don't know, people kind of trivialise the Obi strip, but it's such an important part of Japanese pressings. It's what makes them so special.
To the Westerners.
Yeah.
Yeah. That and the inserts, But
Yeah,
like I say, I've seen records I want from Japanese sellers, but when I sort of look through and check the details, or it's missing the Obi strip, but it has the insert, I still am an R over it, which is a shame, really,
Yeah.
because there's a lot of good stuff over there I'd like.
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean, Nick. The Obi sort of makes the Japanese pressing, doesn't it?
Well,
Yeah.
identify it. Yeah.
I think it's like having something that's got a mark of quality stamp on it.
Hmm.
In Japan, it's the obi strip. That's the mark of quality for me.
It's the market quality, but just remember, be careful because there are some previous owners who didn't, treat the record so well. I mean, they're real careful with their stuff. So, but if it was played on a shitty stylus, you're going to hear the results.
Yeah.
Yes, well, watch them, Jen. They're very.
They are
Michael,
the equivalent of hype stickers, yeah.
yes, he's our guru of
Yeah.
the Japanese.
I mean, I do like the inserts you get in Japanese albums. So
Yeah. I mean, they're heavily written. I mean, they hire editors to write them. If you get out, Google Translate, you're just amazed at the detail these guys have. They know more
Yeah.
about the artists than the Americans do, or the Brit. It's just amazing.
Well, you know the one that you sent me. I took pictures and got that translated. Talk about in the ins and outs of Ian Gillan's history.
It was amazing, right? You're like,
They haven't missed anything.
Right.
There's even mentions episode 6. So, unbelievable. All that in. It doesn't say. It must be. It doesn't look that much. But when you translate into English, it went bloody hell.
bloody hell.
And I had to enlarge it to read it because I put it onto the computer. I had to enlarge it so I could read it. But it's fascinating. It's the life of times of Ian Gillan.
Yeah.
Up to that point in his life.
very good.
Yes, so when you do get all that Japanese, it's worth translating. It's a bit of a bind to do, but it's worth it because you find out so. My favourite purchase of 2025, Spinal Tap. There you go.
Yep.
I was watching a video earlier on today on my lunch break.
Yeah.
I think he's British. I think the channel's called Sky As or something like that. He did a Spinal Tap one showing CD singles, DVDs, and he said, "Here's a rarity," and he held up the Spinal Tap book.
Oh, really?
Ooh.
Which I've got. I've got Spinal Tap. I've got a CD single, Bitch School.
Bitch School, yeah.
I've got the CD album, Break Like the Wind. I've got the book. I've got the film on DVD. And I've got a 12-inch coloured vinyl, which is etched on one side of The Majesty of Rock.
Yeah.
But I'm quite keen to go and see the film.
Yeah, I
Is it
am.
out?
Me too.
Have they released it?
Yeah, it's released now, but I don't know. I'll tell you what I did find on YouTube, and I'm going to watch it tomorrow night.
Yes.
Breaking Glass, the full movie.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I've got it on DVD.
I see. I have it, and I thought, whoa! So it's in my watch list for tomorrow night. So a popcorn and a pint of beer and Breaking Glass tomorrow night for Ian.
Yeah.
Because I haven't watched it probably for 20, 30 years.
No, neither have I. It's a fantastic film.
It's a really good film, isn't it?
Yeah, I did see the.
Yeah.
I have watched the first.
But
You know when you
quite
come
dark, though,
across
isn't
it?
it? It's a very dark subject.
Yeah, I did watch the opening bit where she's on the tube train.
this is the one that Nina Hagen's associated with, right? That you guys brought up?
No, this is
No, Hazel O'Connor.
Phil.
Okay.
Yeah.
Phil Daniels is in it,
Yeah.
isn't he? And I'll tell you who else is in it. Gary Tibbs from
Adam and the Ants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a very young Jonathan Pryce.
Wow.
It's quite. If you going to watch it, Michael, it's quite sort of a rough and ready type film.
Yeah, yeah.
Very, very sad at the end.
Okay.
I won't ruin it completely. But it is a good film. It's a good sort of Brit music type film.
Yeah, yeah.
I highly recommend it.
Jen,
Yeah.
I've seen Bad News. I've actually
Bad
seen them
News are brilliant.
before. And I was at Donington. Yeah, I'm one of them sad people. And Rob Walker's never seen Spinal Tap.
Oh, you got a treat ahead of you.
Yeah.
You really need to watch it. Yeah, brilliant.
You've got to watch the original before the sequel.
Yeah. And you've got to turn your TV up to 11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my favourite line from that is, well, why don't you make 10 louder? And you go, this one goes to 11.
Yeah.
Don't give away too much.
Now that's from the original, isn't it? Everyone knows that line.
I know. It's part of, it's become part of the sort of culture, isn't it?
Yeah.
Turn it up to 11. And didn't Marshall actually produce an amp?
Yes, they have
to went up to 11.
To 11, yes.
Yeah.
But it's just the way that Christopher Guest delivered that line.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this goes to 11.
Yeah. It is just great, isn't it? Yes, he just doesn't get it. Yeah.
No, I mean, I think Ozzy Osbourne said that he didn't know if to laugh or cry because he said after he knew the stories behind, and he goes, "Yeah, I remember doing that. I've done that. Oh God." Because he said apparently after he'd watched that, he was doing a gig and all the signs for the stage, he turned red on purpose. So everyone was doing a Spinal Tap, yeah. Anyway.
I presume you can buy the soundtrack on vinyl.
What, to the new album?
Yeah, it's the new...
Yeah, I've got it. I've got it.
You've got the vinyl album?
I got the vinyl version, yes.
Oh, right. How much was that?
25 quid on Amazon.
That's not too bad, is it?
Yeah.
We won't be far behind you.
Yeah, we're not far because I've got a meeting. I've not a meeting. I've got someone coming between 8 and 5 tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll be there sometime tomorrow.
Yeah.
Have you had your breakfast? No.
Was that a civil servant, 8 to 5?
No, this is someone to come and look at my bathroom again. So
yeah.
I think it's time to make a thumbnail and.
Okay.
1, 2.
Right. Let's get this one out. We just hang on just a sec. As we were just talking about obies.
Let's do that.
Hey.
No, in fact, I shall do it this way, that way round. There we go. You're front and center. 3, 2, 1. Thank you very much.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you managed to get up here, Nick, before we disappear.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Isn't there a CD or vinyl of Bad News?
I think there is, Richard. There is, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Now,
yes, there's bits on. So we'll be all here next week for the very first viewers sophomore, chose by Nick. Patty Boulin and Zodiac Mind Up, whatever they're called.
Zodiac Mind Warp.
And the love reaction.
Yeah. Bomb.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you're first out.
Here we go.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's see if somebody picks up on this. Because he's not looking at the screen at the moment.
Minutes, I know you see me. Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning for you. Good night for the rest of us. Good night, everybody. There we go. Right.
So we'll all see you all next week.
Yeah.
God bless.
Take care. Look after yourselves.
Bye-bye.
Bye.